Tell me about yourself. This is a commonly asked question in NHS interview. In this video, I will give you example answer for clinical roles like nursing role, healthcare assistant role, tech roles like project management and data analysis role, admin role like patient pathway coordinator role. When answering this question in an NHS interview, you want to be the person in the person specification or at least very close, and you also want to show your experience relevant to the job description and your skills that are relevant to the role. In an NHS interview, it is important that you show knowledge of the trust values and also how your behavior matches their trust value. So you can add your personal attributes and also your values and what you will bring to the role as conclusion. Here is an example answer for the healthcare assistant role. I believe I am the right fit for this role because I bring both the relevant qualification and first-hand experience that match the person's specification and job description closely. I hold an NVQ level 3 in health and social care, which has given me a strong foundation in understanding safe and person-centered care, confidentiality, safeguarding, and communication skills. The course helped me develop practical knowledge about supporting people with complex health needs, understanding care plans, and working collaboratively within a multidisciplinary team. In terms of experience, I have worked in similar roles such as care assistant and my current role as a support worker. In these roles, I supported patients with long-term conditions, learning disability, autism, and complex mental health needs. I carried out interventions set out by the therapist, assisted with mobility and exercises. I also monitored patient physical and emotional well-being. I documented progress accurately using electronic system. For example, in my recent role, I was supporting a gentleman with autism who had difficulty with social interaction and was non-verbal. I worked closely with a speech and language therapist and occupational therapist to deliver a structured intervention plan using visual timetable and sensory tools. Over time, he became more engaged in activities and was less anxious during personal care routines. This experience not only strengthened my understanding of neurodiversity, but also taught me the value of consistency, empathy, and patience. For my skill, I have good communication skill. I am able to communicate with empathy and patience, actively listening to understand my patients. I understand the importance of communication, not just with patients, but with families, carers, and my colleagues. I have good prioritization skill and organization skill. I am someone who works well under pressure. I am adaptable and flexible, and I am always ready to step in and adapt when things change. I have good interpersonal skill as I am able to build relationship to work with patients and collaborate with other professionals. I am confident working both independently and as part of a wider team. I make sure to always report concerns promptly, maintain accurate records, and support others when needed. What sets me apart from others is my genuine passion for delivering safe and compassionate care, which aligns with your trust value. I treat everyone with dignity and respect. I am always honest and accountable in my work, and I look for ways to improve how I support patients. I also make sure that safety is at the center of everything I do by following risk assessment, infection control procedures, and safeguarding protocols. Personally, I am calm, kind, and observant. I bring a positive attitude to the team, and I believe that my resilience, cultural awareness, and patient-centered approach will help me contribute meaningfully to this role. I am committed to learning and development and look forward to further training opportunities within the trust. Now, it is important that you tailor your answer to your specific role, so to your own job description, your own person specification, and also the particular trust value for the particular trust that you are interviewing for. Here is an example answer for a nurse role. I am a registered nurse with strong clinical background and hands-on experience in both hospital setting and community setting. I hold a BSc in adult nursing, and through my training and practice, I've built a solid foundation in patient-centered care, clinical assessment, medication management, and working collaboratively within the multidisciplinary team. During my degree, I completed placements across various wards, including acute medicine, surgery, and mental health, which has given me a wide exposure to different patient needs and taught me how to adapt quickly, prioritize care, and build therapeutic relationships. My registration with the NMC remains up to date, and I continue to meet the revalidation requirements through reflective practice, training, and feedback. From my experience, in my most recent role as a staff nurse on a busy general medical ward, I was responsible for delivering high quality care to patients with range of complex needs. This includes carrying out thorough clinical assessment, administering medication safely, supporting discharges, and recognizing early signs of deterioration. I communicate in a compassionate and kind way, actively listening to my patients. I was often the nurse in charge during evening shift, which strengthened my leadership, delegation, and decision-making skill. My prioritization skill enabled me to complete my tasks before the deadline. I also took part in audits and worked with the ward managers to improve documentation and reduce pressure ulcer incidents. I worked collaboratively with professionals to provide holistic care for patients. I strongly believe in your trust value of compassion, respect, and excellence. I treat all patients with kindness and dignity. Even when under pressure, I follow safe practices, escalating concerns appropriately, and constantly reflect to improve my care. I also value diversity and inclusion, and I ensure that I listen without judgment and adapt my care to each individual background and needs. What I will bring to this role is my clinical competence, my emotional resilience, and a calm and supportive approach to patients and colleagues. I am reliable, flexible, and always open to learning. I am confident that I can contribute to a safe and effective care and positively represent the trust values in my day-to-day work. So I also recommend that you tailor your example to the job description, person specification, and also that particular trust values. Here is an example answer for a project management role. With my strong background in project management and transformation within the healthcare setting, I believe my experience and values makes me well suited for this role. I hold a Prince 2 practitioner qualification, which has given me structured approach to managing projects from initiation to closure, with a strong focus on governance, stakeholder engagement, and risk management. In addition, I have completed training in agile methodology, which has enhanced my ability to adapt and deliver in fast-paced environments. In my most recent role as a Service Improvement Project Officer, I led several change initiatives aimed at improving patient flow and reducing waiting times. One of the key projects involved redesigning the outpatient booking pathway across multiple specialties. This required working closely with clinicians, administrative staffs, IT, and patient representative. I gathered baseline data, conducted stakeholder interviews, facilitated workshops, and developed a new process map. I then led the implementation phase, tracking KPI and reporting to the Trust Performance Board. As a result, the average referral to booking time was reduced by 17%, and patient satisfaction scores improved in the following quarter. Throughout the project, I ensured all decisions aligned with the NHS trust value, particularly excellence and respect. I made sure all voices were heard, including patients, and I encouraged transparency and accountability. I was praised for my collaborative style and ability to transform complex information into clear, actionable steps. For my skills, I am highly organized, solution-focused, and confident. managing multiple priorities while maintaining attention to detail. I am able to communicate accurately and eloquently to different kinds of audience. My strong presentation skills enables me to present information in a clear and concise manner. I use project management tools like Gantt chart, rate log, and RACI matrix to ensure clear responsibilities and timelines. I am also experienced in preparing business cases and managing budget and presenting updates to senior leaders. What I will bring to this role is a strong sense of purpose and a commitment to making services better for patients and staff. I understand that delivering successful projects in the NHS isn't just about the process, it's about the people. I build relationships, manage change sensitively, and always keep the patient experience at the heart of what I do. I also bring energy, resilience, and the ability to remain calm and focused under pressure. I am excited about the opportunity to contribute to service transformation within your trust and would be proud to work in an organization that shares my values around quality, safety, and continuous improvement. Now, this is an example for a project management role. It could be a project support worker or even a project manager role. When answering this question, again, tailor your answer to that particular role, the job description, and the person specification, and also consider the trust values. Here is an example answer for a data analyst role. I believe I am well suited for this data analyst role because I have both the technical expertise and the experience needed for this role. I hold a BSc in public health and data science, which has given me strong foundation in statistics, data analytics, and health informatics. I have also completed professional development in SQL, Power BI, and Python, which I use regularly to analyze, visualize, and interpret complex healthcare data. In my previous role as a junior data analyst, I supported performance reporting across urgent care, elective pathways, and community services. I produced weekly dashboards using Power BI that visualized KPIs such as A&E 4-hour targets, referral to treatment times, and bed occupancy rates. My reports were used in operational meetings to inform decision and improve resource planning. One project I'm particularly proud of was when I worked on analyzing delayed transfer of care. I pulled data from multiple systems, cleaned and validated it in SQL, and identified bottleneck in discharge planning. I then presented my findings to the discharge coordination team, which led to the introduction of an early warning flag for patients at risk of delay. This contributed to a 12% reduction in average delayed transfer of care days over the next quarter. I am detail-oriented and enjoy problem solving. I always make sure my data is accurate and clearly presented, and I'm confident explaining to both technical and non-technical stakeholders my findings. I make sure the quality of my data is high and validated as I ensure accurate and reliable information through regular audit and robust cleaning processes. My good communication skill enables me to translate technical data into simple, actionable summaries for multidisciplinary team. I am always working closely with clinicians, managers, and IT team to align data analysis with service priorities. My time management and organization skills enables me to deliver multiple projects within tight deadlines while maintaining high attention to detail. I am aware of information governance and apply GDPR and data protection principles while handling patient identifiable data. What I bring to this role is a strong analytical mindset, a proactive approach to identifying trends and issues, and a commitment to using data to improve services and patient outcome. I understand the importance of data confidentiality and compliance and make sure that all my work meets NHS information governance standards. Personally, I am approachable, reliable, and take pride in delivering work that is both technically sound and useful in real-world setting. I am excited about the opportunity to contribute to your trust efforts in improving services through evidence-based decision, and will be proud to uphold the values of excellence, compassion, and integrity in everything I do. Again, you have to tailor this to the job description, the person specification, and the trust values. Here is an example for a patient pathway coordinator role. I believe I am a strong match for this patient pathway coordinator role, as I have both the relevant qualification and practical experience supporting patient pathways, multidisciplinary teams, and administrative coordination in a fast-paced environment. I hold a level 3 diploma in health and social care, which has provided me an excellent understanding of person-centered care, safeguarding, and communication across clinical settings. I have also completed NHS training in data protection, equality and diversity, and ESR systems. In my previous role as a patient pathway administrator in an acute hospital setting, I was responsible for managing patient appointments, updating referral data, tracking diagnosis reports, and ensuring clinical information was passed accurately between consultants, GP, and patients. I worked closely with clinical teams to make sure patients moved through their treatment pathway safely in line with the RTT timeframes. I also called patients directly to offer earlier appointments and updated their records in real time on Lorenzo. As a result, we reduced waiting times by over a week and improved the patient pathway compliance within the next month. Some of my skills are: I have excellent time management skill and prioritization skill, which enables me to facilitate and coordinate admissions and discharge. My teamwork and problem-solving skill enables me to collaborate and find solutions that are effective. I am highly organized and calm under pressure, and also confident with NHS systems like ERS, MS Teams, and Excel. I understand how important accurate data and communication are to patient safety and timely care. I am also experienced in preparing MDT meeting notes, following up on actions, and working across departments to ensure everyone has what they need to move things forward. I always act in line with the NHS values of respect, compassion, and excellence. Whether I'm speaking to a patient who is anxious or coordinating with a busy consultant, I make sure to remain professional, kind, and helpful. I believe that behind every appointment is a person who deserves clear communication and their dignity to be respected, and the best positive or possible experience. What I bring to this role is a proactive attitude, strong communication skill, and a commitment to improving how care is delivered behind the scenes. I take ownership of my work, keep patients at the center, and support the wider team so we can all meet our goals more effectively. Again, you have to tailor this answer to your job description, person specification, and trust values. I have given you example across various roles. Check which one is related to your role, and you can use the example answer as a guidance. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button, subscribe, and share it with others. Leave a comment telling me the role you're interviewing for and the next video you want me to make. See you on the next one.